in because he can play with his back to the basket as well as he said, step out. Now, you got to have senior leadership, especially around the perimeter. And certainly Lamar Curse has done that. 52% he shoots from three-point range. And as a senior, he's playing with a sense of urgency, trying to make some solid plays. I think Lamar Curse will step up, as will Darryl Ward.
On slate here today in Charlotte. Hi again, everybody, along with Stan Luter. I'm Scott Przwanski. It's here, Stan. We've waited all year long. So much parity in the league. It's anybody's tournament.
Everybody's talked about it for a whole year. It's finally here. Snow doesn't bother the CIAA. These teams are ready to play. You couldn't have a better way to kick off the tournament with Virginia State versus Fayetteville State.
Well, let's talk about the game. Get to our McDonald's ones to watch.
I really like these two teams. They've got some outstanding players. Joshua Dawson, over 180 assists this season, is the heart and soul of this Fayetteville State basketball team, averaging over 14 points a game. He's got to step up, handle the ball, get the ball in the right player's hands, and score a few points himself if Fayetteville State expects to win. For Virginia State, it's to minister the defense. The CIAA Defensive Player of the Year, Tyrese Little. 10 points, almost 10 rebounds a ball game. Can man the middle, runs the floor as well. He's got a really soft touch. Tyrese Little's an outstanding performer in the paint. Can he dominate today?
Quarterfinals set to begin. The first of 4 games today. Trojans and Broncos will start things off. Keys to the game and starting lineups coming up next.
Started my Camry. Went to the auction. Won a storage locker. Found an old guitar. Tracked down the previous owner. Reunited them.
Welcome back to Time Warner Cable Arena, Charlotte, North Carolina. Chilly outside, but hey, it feels oh so good here on the inside as we get set for our first quarterfinal matchup and our nationwide starting lineups. In the backcourt for Fayetteville State, Dawson as good as it gets. Addison can really shoot it. Up front, Underwood, Showers, and Big Mike Thiep stand 7 feet tall. They're going to have their hands full with the big lineup of Virginia State. Of course, Lamar Curse, all CIAA performer, a senior as good as it gets in CIAA action. Little, Moore, and Leary anchoring that defense for Virginia State here today. Stan, let's get to our keys to the game here.
Virginia State, the big guys inside have got to dominate the paint, protect the paint, and Trojans need explosion. Sometimes they don't score the basketball. We saw that a couple of weeks ago in their win against Elizabeth City State. They've got to find a way to score. Fayetteville State is off to the races. They want as quick a pace as you can possibly get, and that happens on offense as well as defense. They average 81 points a game. They must handle the ball. When they've had more assists than turnovers this year, they're 6-2.
You get a look at Alfonso Key in his 6th season at the helm of Fayetteville State. 2014 Coach of the Year, led his team to 19 wins that year, and of course, long list of experience for Coach Key and what he's been able to do in this league. And hey, Lonnie Blow Jr. doesn't get a whole lot better than that either, does it? 2nd season at Virginia State. He's no stranger to tournament success, though, of course. Former coach at St. Aug's, won the tournament back in 2010, was the Coach of the Year that year as well. And both these coaches, a little bit of nervous energy. We saw them both out on the court here well before game time. Had a good chance to talk with Lonnie Blow a little bit about his Virginia State club, and he's got a lot of confidence in it. He thinks his club is coming in feeling really good about itself as well. Now, granted, you know, the players on Virginia State's team, they don't have a whole lot of tournament experience going deep into the tournament, but it doesn't really bother what Coach Blow thinks about his club, nor for Alfonso Key as well for Fayetteville State. But when you got a player like Lamar Curse for Virginia State, in terms of what Coach Blow was telling us, he really feels like he's a guy that can lead them and against a tough opponent like Fayetteville State. Sometimes the first game is always the toughest for both the clubs because you're trying to get your feet wet here.
You're right about that. Virginia State's a team that this is Blow's 2nd year, as you said. So he's trying to get this program established. It's been a long time since they've won a CIAA championship. They've been knocked out in the first or second rounds the last couple of years. So this is new territory. They need to start early and often and get some plays. In Fayetteville State, we saw them last year in their great journey, which got them to the semifinals. They ran into the buzzsaw called Livingstone.
Right.
they can be like the weather. They can be hot. They can be cold. They can be like that even as the game goes on. So this is going to be an interesting early matchup.
Good officiating crew on hand here in Time Warner Cable as usual. And Mike Thiep and Tyrese Little set to jump things off. And the quarterfinals are underway here in Charlotte. So glad you are with us for our CIAA coverage here of the tournament. And we expect a great set of quarterfinal matchups.
It's here! Finally! Tired of asking, are you going to the tournament? You got any tickets? What you gonna do? It's here. Let's get ready to play some basketball.
Dawson starts things off with a nice pull-up jump shot from the free throw line as the Broncos strike first. And they'll pick up full court as Virginia State across the timeline with Curse.
That's a good start, a good look for Fayetteville State if Dawson is scoring the ball. He's just got to maintain his composure, not have early turnovers, or pick up fouls.
Addison really pressuring the ball defensively. The shot clock now under 15 for this opening possession for the Trojans. Shot clock at 5. That partially blocked. Looked like Showers got a piece of it. Fayetteville State will run. Showers down the lane, scoops it up. And a whistle underneath. Will go on the 7-footer, Mike Thiep.
You don't ask Mike Thiep to be a big scorer, Scott. He just kind of runs the floor, protect the basket, but you don't want him picking up cheap fouls.
And another quick foul on the inbounds play, and it's going to go against Juwan Addison, 5'10" junior for Fayetteville State. Quick 2 team fouls on the Broncos.
These two teams played on January the 3rd. Virginia State won the game in Petersburg, 75-61.
Curse will clear everyone off, avoids the double team with a nice hit ahead to Elijah Moore. And now Peterson, the freshman, in his first CIAA tournament, will set the offense. Nice backdoor to Curse, slays it up, and we are tied at 2.
Surprising early that Fayetteville State kind of walking the ball down.
Dawson will hoist another one, and he's made his first 2 shots.
You know, he may be coming out with a little bit of attitude, too. He didn't make the all-conference team. To make 184 assists, you would think he might make all-conference. A lot of good perimeter players this year. He may come out hot and heavy today.
Yeah, averaged 14 points a ball game, too, so had such a strong tournament last year as a freshman also.
You can tell early if this officiating crew is going to take control of this game, and they're calling a lot of things, so you have to adjust the way you play basketball.
Leary picking up that foul. Devin Thompson, number 15, in for the first time for Fayetteville State. Dawson turns the corner, down the lane again. Couldn't finish this time. Rebound away to Little. Here come the Trojans. Peterson along the baseline. Help defenses there. Got it back. Curse for 3. Swished it home.
Nice start from Lamar Curse. 47 threes on the season. All-conference performer, smooth.
Well, Curse has 5, and Dawson has 5 here today.
They're in the backyard playing. Dawson's up by 2.
From the left side, and the 3-ball rolls in.
Trent Showers, another one of these long-range guys. Oh!
And that's what Virginia State wants to do. Get that ball inside to Tyrese Little, and the senior draws a foul on Thiep, and that'll be his second.
Well, you've got a guy inside in Little, 6'8". We talked about earlier, the defensive player of the year, but he can also score, averaging about 10 points a game, 8 rebounds. Not a really good free throw shooter, so we'll keep that in mind as the game goes on. But I like his aggressiveness, taking the ball to the paint.
Yeah, Little shoots 59% on the year. Senior rolls in the first. Some substitutions for Fayetteville State. Get a good look at Marquette Hill, number 24, coming in, averages almost 11 points and 7 rebounds off the bench. And Of course, Little has had an outstanding year, the defensive player of the year, as we talked about. A little over 8 rebounds, ranks him 4th in the conference.
You know, with Marquette Hill in the game, he'll be able to step out a little better than Thief could guarding Little, but he's also going to be a little more physical too. So he's got to understand that of Little, how to play inside. Another foul in the post.
Another whistle, and this goes quickly on Hill, and that will be the 4th team foul already on Fayetteville State.
Fayetteville State quickly picking up some fouls. Lonnie Blow's going to continue to pound it, working inside, outside.
Peterson pulls up, good clear look, and we're tied at 8.
This is a nice start for both teams, other than the fouls.
Underwood dishes it left side to Hill, had to gather himself, and another whistle underneath. And the reach-in will go against Lamar Curse.
Yeah, you can see that. Good call.
And turnover out of bounds for Fayetteville State. Little miscommunication on that play right in front of Lonnie Blow and the Virginia State bench. And now more of that constant pressure here for the Broncos. Curse will get it back. Now over the top of the press to Moore. 2-on-1, Moore to the basket, wouldn't drop, and another whistle. First of the game against Devin Thompson, the senior from Fayetteville.
Fayetteville State, their aggressive nature, I think, you know, is really kind of taken away, and the officials are calling it, and rightly so, their fouls. They had 29 fouls called in the game against Shaw a couple weeks ago. They've had 16 games this year where they've had 20 or more. I say that because what you're doing is putting the team at the free throw line that shoots relatively good free throws, that of Virginia State. You don't want to get in the bonus and the double bonus early. You're scoring points at the clock stop, not always to your advantage.
Carl McCray, redshirt freshman, into the game. Also a good scorer off the bench at 10 a game for Al Key's club.
Virginia State settling back in the 2-3 zone. They'll match up a lot out of that. Fayetteville's got to recognize and get it to shooters.
Hill trying to go to work on the inside, and a held ball underneath. Tyrese Little was there to tie him up. And the alternating possession will put the ball in the hands of the orange jerseys.
One of the best defenses in the country, the #1 team in the CIAA, only giving up 64 points a ball game. You saw a reason why. Help side, drive him into the opponent, nowhere to go, gets the stop.
Curse with Shelton on him across the timeline, and another whistle against Fayetteville State. That's their 6th team foul. We haven't even played 4 minutes yet.
I'm going to run back to the hotel at halftime, get my sneaks, because they may need you and I and Greg Goins. The wonderful Greg Goins once again with us for the marathon known as the CIAA tournament.
Always good when you know you have Greg sitting to your left, right?
Yeah, it'd be good, too, if we had to play him because we know Greg can't shoot, so it'd be a lot of shots for us.
He can defend, though.
Double team inside, got to get it out.
To find Peterson, and Peterson with a nice soft touch. And he's got 4 now.
When whistles aren't blown, this has been a pretty sharp basketball game. Maybe both teams and officials can settle in.
Shelton gave him some room, switched it home.
Yeah, these guys are coming out hot. Shelton had 15 games in doubles this year as a long-range bomber.
Made 45 threes coming into this game, and he won't hesitate for long to shoot those. Peterson, the freshman, turns the corner, drops it off inside, and a big-time finish by Little.
What did we say about paint protection, going inside and scoring? Virginia State scoring almost all their baskets inside of 12 feet.
Shelton spins, right side, Thompson for 3. Broncos hitting them from the outside now, 4 of 4 from beyond the arc for Fayetteville State.
Averaging just under 8 3-point baskets made this season, the Fayetteville State Broncos.
Elijah Moore gets into the rhythm as well.
That's what you want in the first game.
17-13. 3-point shooting, both teams like the rims here in Time Warner Cable Arena. Hill inside, turns with the left hand, Got it back one more time, up and over the outstretched arms of Little.
I really like Marquette. He so physical inside, can get that little mid-range shot, and then the ability to get off his feet again and get the rebound and score.
Curse, right wing for three. Spun out. Shelton fade away from the corner is good.
He's a very good rhythm shooter, Scott. You remember he made that three-pointer a couple possessions ago, this time off the bounce with the fadeaway. Good basket.
Pace really getting to what Fayetteville State wants now as they take a 1-point lead.
And that's the thing, if you're Virginia State, you've got to avoid. If Fayetteville State's scoring, you've got to match their scoring pace. With Dawson out of the game, Shelton will handle the basketball quite a bit. They'll run a lot of ball screens for him.
Shelton a little bit gassed right now, catching his breath. Shot clock approaching 10. Now he'll turn the corner. Left elbow short off the front iron. Elijah Moore's got it. Collides with Shelton, who will pick up the foul. Things really moving fast here in our first quarterfinal matchup. Great start here to the tournament. Our score lots of times in this, especially this first game of the quarterfinals, you expect teams to start off maybe a little slow, maybe be a little nervous, but certainly not the case in this ball game. Both these teams look sharp here early on.
Virginia State coming out shooting 6 of 11, only to be outdone by Fayetteville State, 7 of 11 shooting. Fayetteville State 4 of 4 from three-point land, doing an outstanding job of spreading the ball. Thompson, Shelton, Showers, and Dawson all with three-point baskets. Both teams get to settle down a little bit. Understanding time and score will be another timeout in about a minute and 15 seconds or under. So play hard, be smart with the basketball.
Whistle off the ball underneath will go against Virginia State. Looks like they got Elijah Moore on a hold underneath. He'll check out. And coming in will be Ken Pankey, 5'10" junior from Richmond.
Pankey transferred from Virginia Union along with Taekwon Eilers.
Xavier Parham also in the game with the steal. And Curse back to Parham. Left side three off the front iron. And Hill away with the rebound. And here's Dawson.
Fayetteville State's done a really nice job of allowing Virginia State only that one shot. They didn't make it. There's no second chance opportunities right now. If they can continue to score, it puts more and more pressure on the Trojans to score and stop.
Hill takes it right into the chest of Eilers, the 6'9" junior, and puts the Broncos up by 2.
2-2-1 after the made basket by Hill. I think Hill can have a strong game matching power for power.
This is Eilers on the baseline. It rattled out. Dawson away with the rebound. Three by Showers. Good. Man, Broncos are on fire. 5 of 5 from 3.
Scott, they're doing a great job of pushing the ball down and then reversing it. And there's a lot of space and another wide open jump shot for Fayetteville State.
Pankey will try to answer from 3. A little too deep. Dawson a quick outlet. And here's Thompson. One man to beat. Bucket good. And a foul on Lamar Curse. Devin Thompson and the Broncos have opened it up here in Charlotte. 11:40 left to play in the first.
I have a structured settlement and
Very impressive start for Fayetteville State. It gets off with good jump shots. They're 5 out of 5 from 3. You saw Dawson there. A lot of spacing. Showers is knocked down 2. Virginia State's got to do a better job in stopping not only the drive, but coming out and contesting shots. If not, Fayetteville State's the kind of team that can get on a roll and score 6, 8, 10 quick baskets on you and find yourself behind. This is not the type of team that you want to trail when they're playing on all cylinders.
You know, when you see the ball go through the hoop, it just kind of spreads, and that's what's really going on for Fayetteville State right now. Since that last media timeout, Broncos went on a 7-1 run over about a minute 30 seconds or so to open this thing up for their largest lead here of the half.
When Fayetteville State shoots the ball well, over 45%, they're 11-2 this season. They're getting off to a very good start the first 10 minutes of this ball game. Thompson's
had a nice start here in Charlotte. The senior with a chance to complete the three-point play.
And you think about how that basket started, inadvertent whistle, they'll get him in, is that Pankey, who's not a big-time scorer for Virginia State, not a good three-point shooter, can make some, but not maybe the guy you want to take the first quick shot. Shoots and misses badly. Fayetteville State's able to run that out, get a score, and get a foul out of that. You got to get the ball in the right people's hands to shoot and then also recover. State with one guard front, with 1-2-2. They'll match up out of that. The travel.
Looks like Allers shuffled his feet. Just the second turnover of the half for Virginia State. Showers in the corner, taking a peek inside the Thiep. He'll go baseline, muscles it up. And a 10-point lead now for Fayetteville State.
And we were saying it before the game started, you know, maybe a little pretty soon to say it, but all four number ones and twos aren't going to play tomorrow. I mean,
Never works out that way.
Maybe a little late to say we're not counting this team out, but we're not going to see ones and twos.
Looked like Moore had it partially blocked. Now Dawson will back it out. Didn't have the initial look. And will set the offense.
I like Dawson's patience today. So many times he tries to force it, get the home run play. He's been under control. And because of that, this Fayetteville State team's gotten off to a good start playing well. It's a nice shot there.
Straightaway three off the mark for Showers. First miss from beyond the arc this afternoon for the Broncos. Moore from deep. Clanked it, and another foul on Allers over the back. And Virginia State, boy, they've gone cold, haven't scored in about 5 minutes. And have found themselves now down by 10 to Alkey's group.
Well, this is the thing we were talking about. Could you score some points? You know, where was a Trojan explosion? And we weren't talking about the band today. They've got to be able to get some points because Fayetteville State puts so much pressure on you on the offensive side as well as on the defensive side. Virginia State's got to come out of this funk real quickly.
Yeah, under 10 to play now in the first, and you see Dawson in no hurry, up by 10. Throws the floater up to Thiep, and the 7-footer had just enough oomph to get it over the rim.
Well, he told me in the pregame he was going to have a couple of dunks today, so he didn't tell me to lie on that one. But the thing I like about it is that no one is able to stop Dawson. Under control, dribble penetrate, throws the lob and score.
Boy, there's a rim on the lid on the rim for Virginia State. Leary, point blank, it wouldn't go through.
And the rim might be busted open if Fayetteville State hits a three on this possession.
Broncos on a 12-1 run here over the past 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Get a good look at that zone right now. You see a lot of guys pointing, but not a lot of activity defensively. So Fayetteville State's able to find spots to take shots.
Dawson for three. And a timeout for Virginia State. Fayetteville State now a 15-1 run. They lead it 33-18. And the Broncos getting pretty much any look they want to right now against Virginia State. And keep in mind, as we've talked about, Stan, Virginia State has the best defense in the CIAA from a point standpoint.
But you've got to be, and watch this now. Look at all the hands down. What do they say, hands down, man down? The hands are down. There's nobody active, and Dawson's able to pick his spot. There's a little screen there that had nothing to do with the play, basically. And Dawson says, okay, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go with the ball? And Virginia State's not come out with defensive intensity. Fayetteville State makes you pay for it. Great job.
Yeah, again, that 15-1 run, and Fayetteville State, again, they average almost 82 points a game, and they seem like they are destined to get to that number here today. 33-18. 9 minutes left here in the first.
They're shooting the ball well. They're playing good defense. Virginia State not playing bad. They just got a case of the slows right now.
Parham penetrates inside, rejected Leary, got it back. This time puts it over the top of Thiep, and a much, much needed basket for the Trojans.
15-1 run, Scott, think of how hard it's been for Virginia State not only to score, but to get shots off. And Fayetteville State is doing everything with ease and under control. And the two-guard set right now of Shelton and Dawson really has Virginia State kind of confused as how they want to defend this.
Showers will swing it back out to Shelton, now to Dawson. Tries another three. A long rebound into the backcourt. Shelton in the right place at the right time, and another possession here for Fayetteville State.
Fayetteville State in that first game shot 36%, had 11 turnovers, made only 8 3-point baskets out of the day. So far, they've made 5 3. They're 5 out of 5 by last count.
Dawson turns the corner, shuffles it to the corner to Showers. Another three.
I stand corrected. What is it, 6 out of 6 now? 7 out of 7.
7 out of 9. Who's counting? Doesn't matter. Make it 7.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, does it? $16-point lead for Fayetteville State. Peterson for three, around and around and out. And again, Dawson's just going to walk it now across the timeline. And a man-to-man now on the set for Virginia State.
He almost had to do that.
B2.
7 minutes left in the first half. Dawson pulls up, no one's there. No one's there when he turned the corner and floats it in for two. Dawson now in double figures with 10, the lead at 18. Parham down the lane with a wild shot, but it goes in for two.
Parham's looking for the foul. It could have easily called him for an offensive foul there. But the timely and needed basket by Virginia State.
A timeout by Al Key at the Fayetteville State bench. Wants to regroup his Broncos a little bit with a 30-second timeout. And Lonnie Blow will get his group over to the side to talk a little bit about defense and how to slow down Al Key's group.
I like, and I'll say this, and I'd say it to him, I love Al, but sometimes I don't know about taking timeouts when your team's got to run. And let's make note of the 6:26 mark where they go. But again, dribble penetrate. You see there's almost 3 red shirts, orange shirts around the ball, and a defender backing off, and Dawson just throws that little floater. Sometimes you don't want to take your team's momentum away. So there's a coaching point here, and maybe Al saw something. He knows his team far better than I do. But, you're playing well. I want to keep them on a roll. You got a TV timeout coming in a couple minutes anyway. Josh Dawson laying it out right now. Might be battling a bug. Benches scored 17-2, outscoring them. So Fayetteville State's got everything going their way right now.
Officials discussing I think who's allowed to be out on the floor now potentially, and they'll figure it out with that timeout.
Bill Covington Jr., Mike Hefner, Bill Cheek, veterans of CIAA and college basketball.
Well, we'll take a timeout while they figure it out here in Charlotte. Fayetteville State by 16 here in the first half.
I was tired of standing in line every time I wanted to pay my bills. Tired of always having to pay with cash. Then I found the Buy Right Visa prepaid card, and it opened up a whole new way to pay for everything. I just load money onto my card, and immediately I can start using it everywhere Visa prepaid cards are accepted. I don't need a bank account, and there are no credit checks. So now, everyone can have one. You can't go into debt because you can only spend the money you put on the card. Now that's controlling your finances. And with direct deposit, I can have my paycheck deposited directly onto my card for free. Or I can easily load cash at over 60,000 Green Dot swipe and load locations. Buy Right Visa prepaid card has no penalty fees, no overdraft fees, no bounce check fees. It's the easiest way to protect my cash and control my finances. The best part is, with the Buy Right Visa prepaid card, I can get rewards for every time I use it. For every $1 I spend at the store or online, I can get Buy Right reward points good for free coffee, prepaid mobile minutes, music downloads, movie rentals, and much more. It takes less than a minute to apply. So go online to change your life, like I did, right now.
Call or log on now to get your Buy Right Visa prepaid card. And for a limited time, get $20 bonus cash deposited onto your account.
I like the direct deposit. The fact that I could get my check directly deposited to it.
I could just get online and pay all my bills instead of paying with cash.
They send me text messages after every purchase I have and lets me know what my balance is.
With the Buy Right card, you just swipe it and you're ready to go.
So call or log on now to open a whole new world for you. It's quick, easy, and you can't beat the rewards.
Call or log on now to get your Buy Right Visa prepaid card. And for a limited time, get $20 bonus cash deposited onto your account. Log on to buyright.com or call 800-379-0535. 800-379-0535. 800-379-0535.
Well, Fayetteville State's getting production from a number of different guys here today. Anthony Shelton has been up to the task, scores outside the floater and the fadeaway from the baseline. And boy, Devin Thompson, he's always able to provide offense off the bench, averages about 11 a game, and he already has 8 here in the first half. Fayetteville State, they're just scoring in a variety of ways right now.
What did you notice in that package right there? Very little defense, and I mean, your bodies are there, but the hands aren't. They're not stopping the basketball. They're getting good shots, and that's why the bench can come up and score 17-2, and you have a big lead like this. They had 6 guys on the floor, technical foul. So Fayetteville State will shoot free throws for that.
They'll get 2 of them. First one rolls out for Thompson. A senior from right in Fayetteville.
First game of the tournament proper, and you have to create your own enthusiasm. You have to make your own plays. You're excited about the tournament. You look at the field goal percentage, and this Virginia State team is a team that shoots the ball fairly well in the season at 45%. Not so today. Now you got the distractions of the tournament. You got the weather. You got a lot of things, and you got to come out ready to play. And you thought that was what was happening early for Virginia State. But Fayetteville State just really taking it to them, and some shots that maybe don't fall usually are falling. Now Virginia State's got to find it within themselves to come back from this margin.
Shot clock at 1, and there's a defensive stop that you're used to seeing from Lonnie Blow's group. They forced the shot clock violation. Maybe that'll jumpstart them a little bit, get their defense going to translate to their offense.
Well, to be very honest with you, other than giving up some weak shots, which has been bad, their biggest problem is that they've not been able to create any offense.
Jamison Jeffers, a sophomore from Burlington in the game now, number 10. Touched by Peterson. Jeffers can shoot it from there. Rimmed out. And a rebound taken away by Thompson. Thompson puts on the Jets to the corner. 3 by McCray. 8 made threes now for Fayetteville State here in the first half.
Not a lot you can say about that. Another one-and-done opportunity. Quick shot, nothing, no board, bam, score.
The lead is at 20. Curse had to double clutch it. Now he aims one off the mark, and a foul underneath on Virginia State. They'll get Alfonso Leary. on a push-off underneath. Man, if you're a Lonnie Blow Jr. right now, you've got to get over this initial shock of being down 20. This is important 5 minutes, 10 seconds here for the Trojans to try to whittle this away a little bit if they can.
Without question, without a doubt. They've got to find a way right now to cut this thing to at least 10 by half. But they're stunned. They're stunned. The crowd's stunned. Woo-woos are stunned. Band's stunned. Everybody's just stunned right now because they didn't see this coming.
Right, you can
they
see
knew
it.
Fayetteville State was good. They didn't see this. Hot shooting and poor shooting.
You can almost see it on the expressions of some of the Virginia State
Look at their bench right now. Look at their pictures.
players.
There's no life out of their bench right now.
Turnover taken away, and here comes Curse.
They've got to put together back-to-back baskets.
Inside to Little, and the jump hook is good. There's a start.
Well, I think with their post guys, they've got to be active and want the ball, and you can't get it on one side, reverse it. The reverse side's going to get you a score.
Dawson with a pretty fake and a nice answer. Back inside go the Trojans, and now they're beginning to find a little rhythm in the paint as Leary, the senior, converts.
Yeah, Scott, but you cannot continue to exchange basket for basket if you're Virginia State. Someplace in here, you've got to stop them for 3 or 4 minutes like they did you.
Got a good look at our Lowe's points in the paint here in the first half. Underwood with the fadeaway off the front iron. No whistle in the backcourt. Peterson left open. He'll collide with the defender, count the basket, and maybe this will get Virginia State going. But right now, the Broncos holding court. Trojans going inside to try to get back in it.
Started my camera.
Trifecta. If I've ever seen it.
Day.
Coach Zero, fan zone, no school, and at the tournament?
That's a good day.
You kidding me?
That is a good day.
Sign me up for that.
I wish I could go back in time for some of that. Three-point play good by Tyler Peterson.
Interesting, a moment ago where there's a no call there, which I really thought was a no call. It finally got the Virginia State bench up in arms, and eventually you get a basket out of Peterson. You saw some more emotion. Again, this 3:30, very, very important, I think, for Virginia State's second half psyche.
Yeah, they cut it down to 15 here.
You gotta think you can't shoot 17 to 24 in the second half, you know?
Right. You get the big fella Eilers underneath. That's his second personal foul. And the 17th foul now against Virginia State. So 1-1 for Fayetteville State. And Marquette Hill, who shoots 53% on the year, will step in.
Virginia State, you're thinking cut this to at least 10 by halftime, maybe even 8.
Peterson drops it off inside. Wave off the basket and a charge. And a nice heads-up play by the senior Showers to step in.
You want to see what team defense looks like? Everybody moving, hold your position, stay there, get the charge. Nice idea by VSU, just better defense.
Freshman Peterson with his first personal as we go under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Dawson posting up inside, and they'll get him for a charge as he ran over the sophomore Jeffers. And that will be the second of the game on Dawson.
He plays hard, he plays tough. He's fouled out of 5 ball games. He's got caught in the mix and wanted to try to be a little tougher inside on that guard post up.
Peterson on the left-hand bounce, lays it off to Eilers, and that'll be a goaltend.
And I like what Lonnie Blow's done the last couple of times. He's taken the ball down quicker and attacked the Fayetteville State defense. Nice job with the pass there. See the goaltend. But I think what you have to do is you've got to put some pressure on Fayetteville State, take them out of a rhythm defensively, make them have to work a little bit so it's not so easy for them on the offensive end.
Fayetteville State's led by as many as 20 here in the first half. And a slow, methodical comeback here for Virginia State. Hill off the glass and a big answer.
Nice job offensively by the Broncos. You drive to the baseline, you've got a post waiting with his hands ready to score.
Allers inside, tried to kick it out to Curse, and the quick hands of Fayetteville State in a turnover. And missed opportunity there for the Broncos. They might have wanted to have that one back. Curse is going to go one-on-one to the corner. Little's jump shot no good. And now Addison the other way. Thompson will back it out.
Addison with the ball, not a three-point shooter, more of a driver.
And another charge whistled on the Broncos. That's his second on Addison. And you get a good look at Little, the defensive player of the year, a senior from Greenville, North Carolina, does everything they want for Virginia State. Now Al Key telling his group, okay, we got 1:27 left. Let's close it out strong. Turnover starting to mount now for the Broncos.
Al Key decides to put Thiep back in the ball game with the 2 fouls.
Peterson, no good. A nice box out underneath by the guys in blue as we go to 1 minute left in the half. Thompson turns, fires, rattled out. Thiep is there to put it in for 2. Lead back to 17 now. Allers inside, had it rejected.
Big fella.
Shot clock still going down the lane. Another rejection by Thiep. Allers steps out and softly knocks in the jump shot. Shot clock is off now, and Fayetteville State can play for the final shot in the half, and the Broncos will get a 30-second timeout, but big Mike Thiep with a pair of blocks. He leads the conference with just about 3 a game and 74 on the season, and he already has 5 blocks here today. In the first half, you see the timing and the outstretched arm of Thiep. That was one. They come right back again. Thiep says, didn't you see me before? I was right here. Deflected 2 of them. He does not ask to score a lot. But man, defensively, as you can see, Thiep can be a difference maker for the Broncos, and he certainly has been here in the first half. So now we've got 20 seconds left as Fayetteville State out of the huddle, leading by 15. You see the numbers of Thiep across the board. Dawson will hold it out at the timeline with 10 seconds to go. Now with 5, looks for a high ball screen. Dawson kicks it out. Thompson, it's good if it goes. Devin Thompson at the buzzer. Another 3-pointer by Fayetteville State. What else would you expect from the Broncos? 9 of 11 from 3 for Fayetteville State in the first half. Thompson, a perfect 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. He's got 12 points here in the first half. And let's send it over now to Stan Luter, who's with Lonnie Blow.
Thanks a lot. Coach Blow, wow, they've come out and shot the ball really well. What do you say to your team?
Wow, we got to defend better, man. They came out, they made some incredible threes there to start the game, but we got to get our hands up a little higher. You know, we come out with our hands down, and once you let them get going, the basket kind of opens up. So they've made a lot of three-pointers. We got to do a better job defending the three-point line, but, you know, we got 20 minutes, so I think we can get back in it.
Offensively, what will you try to do in the second half?
Well, we got to do a better job of creating plays for each other, man. Once we drive in, the play's not for you. You got to drive in and create some openings for other guys. And I think if we do a better job of creating open opportunities for other guys, it'll give us a chance to get back in the game.
Lonnie, good luck in the second half. Thank you. Head coach Lonnie Blow, Virginia State Trojans. Scott, back to you.
Wow, 51-33, Fayetteville State out in front. Lonnie Blow, a veteran coach, really calm over there. He's going to try to put something together here so his club can mount a comeback here in the second half.
Can they play that well in the second half? We'll find out.
You see the stats, three-point shooting. We talked about such a big difference. 9 of 11 threes in the first half for Fayetteville State. And off the bench, the Broncos continue to get production much like they have all season long. 26-6 advantage. Again, Fayetteville State hits that big three at the end of the second half. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Start the second half here as we are back underway.
And this is dangerous, I think, if you're Virginia State. They get the ball, they make a three to close out the half, and you've got to step up your whole defensive presence now.
Broncos led by as many as 20.
Just as I was getting ready to leave, you had that little flurry of block shots by Mike Deep, so now you can't go inside or outside.
And there's the offensive stick back by Showers.
It just kills you. Second chance opportunity.
Leary inside, ball fakes, then goes up. Got it back one more time. Again, feet bothering each look underneath, and then rips home the rebound.
Yeah, that was three. You know, it was an SOS and 2 blocks. Scared out of the shot. The presence of a 7-footer. As a hot team, winning 5 out of the last 7. Nice follow there.
And it was Leary on the offensive glass. Leary now with 6. See the points in the paint, 14 apiece. You would expect Virginia State maybe to have a bigger advantage as this game goes on if they're going to be successful here in making this comeback. Peterson nearly ripped it away. Addison will kick it out. And right at the buzzer, unable to convert, was Underwood. Whistle off the ball, and you see the puzzled look on Lonnie Blow's face. Underneath, I think they got Little on a push-off. Just the first of the game on Tyrese.
I'm a little surprised Virginia State's not maybe trying to extend the defense a little bit. But the way Fayetteville's shooting the ball, you may be afraid to do that because they blow by you. They get odd number sides and can score easier that way.
And that'll be a hand check on Elijah Moore. At 6'8" out there on the perimeter, that's a tough guard for him trying to keep up with the 6'2" Dawson.
And Lonnie told us a couple of days ago that he really liked Moore's versatility. He could guard a lot of guys on the perimeter or on the post. That's not a good matchup for him.
Fresh 35 on the shot clock for the Broncos.
Back to zone.
Dawson from the right side for three.
Scott, that happened right in front of us, and you could see he had a beat on that the entire time. That looked good for the moment it left his hand.
Boy, sure did. He's 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Is 15 points now to lead the way for Fayetteville State as they open it up to 21 points. Kirsch for 3. I think he's got to have a big second half here for Virginia State. The leader on this club averages close to 16 a game. If he gets going, maybe it'll create a vibe for the whole team.
I agree with you totally.
Dawson lost it, dove to get it back, and they'll give the whistle to Joshua Dawson.
That's the thing that you worry about sometimes with Joshua. He plays so hard with so much emotion. Gets careless from time to time, and now he compounds it by picking up his third foul with 16:33.
He'll have to check out. Fayetteville State will bring Anthony Shelton back in along with Devin Thompson. I say back in, up off the bench and in the game. There's Kirsch. He'll go to the corner to Moore for 3. Rebound underneath by Little. And again, he kind of looked at feet, thought about it for a second, then kicked it out.
I'd go right at him. Block it or foul me.
Leary calls for it again. Now he'll turn.
Yeah.
Pretty move, just didn't drop.
Block it or foul me.
56-38 Fayetteville State. The number 3 seed in the South leading the number 2 seed from the North. Here in our first quarterfinal matchup. 4 games today here in Charlotte. Pull-up jump shot good by Showers.
Too easy, too easy.
Leary on the other end, one of the few times Virginia State's tried to go over the top. They can't convert. And right now, Fayetteville State getting anything they want on the offensive end.
Xantrex 3 High Energy Fat Burner, the fat burning supplement with ingredients so powerful, they helped people lose 15% of their body fat. It's the weight loss sensation that makes dieting obsolete. Xantrex 3, watch it burn.
Connected to your voice, flowing.
She's not, in school, but the way she's looking right there, she's looking for Virginia State. She looked too happy. She looked too impressed. The fact you're the Coke Zero fan of the game. You're out of school. You're at the tournament. You get a chance to be on TV with Scott and Stan. That last part might not make you happy, sure, but anyway.
She'll go home. She'll hear about it.
Congratulations.
There you go.
Congratulations. 15-39 shooting make you blue.
Marquette Hill had it rejected underneath as Virginia State gets in on the block party.
Trojans have got to shoot better and make some more plays like that.
Parham tried to feed inside to Little, and a foul on Fayetteville State, and it will go on Devin Thompson, the senior, and that is his second. Parham will feed inside, jump hook short again underneath, this time by Little, and a foul, maybe a little frustration trying to get the ball back there by Alfonso Leary.
See, even with deep out of the ball game, you've got a height advantage over Marquette Hill, but you're still taking the shot short. He's blocking shots or SOS and you're on the bench.
Little is 2 of 4, and Leary 3 of 8 here for the game.
Leary knows he missed a good opportunity there. You see him kind of hit his chest like, come on, man. Plenty of time, but you got to get on a run right now.
Yeah, and you look at this Virginia State club, they're not built to score in bunches quickly either. And another easy basket underneath by Hill. And another foul off the ball. And it will also go on Devin Thompson. So Thompson now with 3. 60-38 Fayetteville State. Inside, again, the chippy by Little wouldn't go down. That's kind of the way it's gone for the Trojans. And a travel by Juwan Addison. He did the Euro step and took in a couple other continents along with him, didn't he?
Can't do that here. It's been that kind of night, hasn't it?
More the other way, tries to get it going. His floater rims out.
They can't make a basket in the paint.
Just cannot score inside. 15 of 42 from the floor, shooting for Virginia State.
See, you expect this in this building on this day at the tournament. I expect you to shoot poorly. You don't expect the other team to shoot that well and you not be able to do anything either. This is just Fayetteville State brought their A+ game today.
Boy, they really have. Addison with a nice short jump shot.
Finish.
There you go. One rolls through for Alfonso Leary. 22-point lead for Fayetteville State as we go under 14 minutes, and a foul at the timeline by Xavier Parham. Lonnie Blow's group went 14-13 last year. It was the first winning season at Virginia State since the 2006-2007 season. As you see Thiep checking back in the ball game. Only had 4 returning players from last year's club as he begins to build this program back up at Virginia State.
They want to CIAA since 88, 89. The last few years, they've not really been able to make it to Thursday. We haven't really seen them much, and definitely hadn't seen them on Friday. It's been about 6 years, if I can recall. Tony Collins last year when they got to the semis. Nice little crossover here, and too much reaching, not enough defensive stance right now, and the size factor, the matchups now bode better for Fayetteville State than they do for Virginia State. Their guards and wings are quicker.
Virginia State 18-7 overall this year. Boy, Fayetteville State has been up to the task to this point, and now a 24-point lead.
5 out of their last 7.
Wave off the basket, a whistle on the floor, and a reach-in will go on Juwan Addison.
A lot of gamesmanship going on right now, too. Leary has the ball. Here's a clock. Here's a whistle go. He goes and slams it. Kind of turns and looks over at Thiep. Thiep kind of side-eyes him and says, well, it didn't even count, man. What you doing? It didn't even count. I like to see that. A little, going inside of each other.
Addison exits with 3 personal fouls to his name as well. Wide open is Parham from the right side. It's short, ran down his own rebound. And another reach-in on Fayetteville State. They'll get Carl McCray, I think, on the reach-in. His first. And the 5th team foul now on Fayetteville State. Still a lot of time left here, 13:27 to play.
He got fouled a couple times.
Yeah, see the collision. Kirsch will try the 3. And Fayetteville State, Anthony Shelton pushes it the other way. Dawson straight down, lays it in.
There's a McDonald's right off by the boulevard up at Virginia State. They call them. They'll have the burgers waiting for them when they get there. Just saying.
Kirsch steps back, off the back iron. And a lot of blue jerseys underneath. You see Dawson and Thiep, they'll shake hands as they both let it get away from them. Burgers are ready, huh?
Yeah, they make the call about, I don't know, give them about 3-4 minutes. Weather's a little choppy right now, going up 85-95, but they have them ready for them. They'll go get out, drive through, be waiting on them.
Well, Curse says, hold on, Stan. The senior hits a three. 66-43, Virginia State still with some work to do here in Charlotte. 12:43 left on the clock.
I got it, Mom.
Now, don't let my age or the fact that I just got life insurance fool you.
You got what?
Don't let your imagination run wild. It's just that I was finally able to qualify for a life insurance policy I could afford. Believe me, I'm fine.